Hello readers and welcome to Tell Between Tales. Today we are going to go over my 2025 reading journal setup pages. I'm definitely going to be needing your help on one of them because I can't figure out what to put on that page. So make sure you stay tuned for that, and I would love to hear all of your ideas and get all of your advice. The way this video is going to work is that I have several photos that I've taken of progress photos for my pages. Since each of these layouts usually takes me somewhere about an hour and a half to 2 hours to create, it's a little bit difficult to film all of that. I will also have all of the links in the description box in case there's anything that you see that interests you. And most of everything that I bought was on Amazon, and these are not affiliate links. So let's go ahead and get started. So I do have a reading journal flip through for 2024. If you're interested in watching that, I'll link that for you as well. But we are going to head over to 2025. All right, so this is the final layout for my 2025 cover page. I think it came out pretty nice. What you'll notice really quickly is that I really enjoy color, and I really like this quote: the more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. Dr. Seuss is just such a classic person to quote. I've got several different stamps for book decoration, and I just use coloring pencils this time to color in all of my little critters. And the way that I get these is I have a die cut machine, and I use those to cut out all of my fun little pieces. And yeah, so I think it came out really nice. I wanted to add the purple in the background, just something that would contrast the green, because it was coming out really glaring, kind of harsh on the white background, and I think that the purple helps make it pop a little bit better. Yeah, so let's turn the page. So the next one that I have, as you can see, I already have a couple of books in here. This is going to be a place where I can just put all of the books that I've read throughout the year, so I can get an at the glance type of a view. And you can see this is the exact same setup that I used last year. So just to show you how you can use the exact same setup but make it look very different based off of your theme. This one is ladybugs, and then this one is rain, playing in the rain, and little critters. So it's the exact same setup, but the feel and the vibe is quite different just based on the colors that you use and the decorations that you add to it. And I think that this is plenty. This seemed to be plenty of space last time. What I am changing from this time to last time is that last time I had mapped out all of my little square segments, but then my pictures didn't actually fit on there exactly right, so I had to use some whiteout and get rid of some of them. I don't know if you can kind of see how I've tried to get rid of these black marks. So I left those out, and the other thing that I did is I also left a lot more space on the bottom, because what I want to do is just be able to quickly glance and just add a little bit more information and put the star rating in there. And I like how the little flowers give it some extra pop. And so that's really fun. This is a Dutch door right here, and all I did was I just followed the line. I did this with scissors. I know some people who get really precise, but I just took the scissors and chopped that off. And then you just write on each of these top pages to make it look like one cohesive spread. And so now we're gonna go on to the next one. So here we have my best of 2025. I did follow my same basic layout as last year, whereas over here I have 12 tabs, and I was really sad I covered up my tree. I'm not an artist, so I was pretty excited actually at how well this tree branch came out. That's really quite an accomplishment for my artistic skills. There's a reason why when I do my reading journal that everything is punched out or everything is die cut, and I use a lot of patterns. And my handwriting isn't the best, you know, I try to do what I can. I tried putting in these little things here. I did them for all down from top to bottom. I didn't have that on last year's. Let me see if I can quickly find last year's for you. So here's last year's. I still have to put my picture in here for Book of the Year, which you can check out my top 10 of 2024 for this layout. You can only pick one per month, so it's not infallible, but it really does help to kind of organize my favorites and let me narrow down my reading to pick what I really truly loved and enjoyed. One thing that I've been really loving in my setups this year is that I've been using a lot of sparkly paper. I have learned from my past that I can't really use the sparkling paper, and I'll show you this one. I used it in this spread, and it really added a ton of thickness to my book and made it really difficult to close. And so I think adding the sparkly paper in just as little accents is going to work a lot better and help save space, because every time you add paper into here, it makes the book really, really thick. I mean, if you just look at this, it doesn't close. It's already so high up. I can't even imagine once I get through all the rest of it. I still have more pages in here that are available than I've done. So it makes it very, very thick, very fast. So I am trying to figure out ways to make it a little bit thinner. While this might not end up being my top 10 list, it is certainly going to help narrow it down. All right, so this is the completed series tracker page, and I like how it came out. I think I did a little too good of a job though, blending in my colors, because I can't really tell that the middle is paper and the sides are not. And it all just really blends together, which looks nice and cohesive. But then I start to wonder, did I really need to have, you know, paper in the middle or not? Could I have just left that out? But as I am creating these spreads, going through the creative process, it can be a little bit of a trial and error. And I kind of just lay all of my supplies out and go through and try to just find inspiration. A lot of times I'll actually start with the paper to try to find color themes and get inspiration for which direction I want to go. And as you can see in my pictures, as I was creating this one, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do something with triangles or make diamonds in the middle, or how I exactly wanted everything to fit together. I kind of knew what the general idea, the general vision of what I was looking for, where I was going to have like my series tracker title in the middle and have my bookshelves all around. If you will notice, this bookshelf, oh, you probably can't see it, right down here is empty. That is for you guys. I would absolutely love all of your recommendations for whatever you would like me to read and review this year, and let me know what you're looking forward to, or if there's a series that you have your eye on that you would like to know more about, and I would love to put that on my list for you guys. So write all of that in the comments below. I will definitely take the first recommendation that I get, and then after that we'll have to look and see what I have time for. But I would like to add maybe one or two more series of your guys' recommendations down here. I like how that one came out, and that one, I like the little little gem accents. I like to put these little accents on. You'll see them on a lot of my other pages, just as a little something fun. And then once I finish reading them, I am going to be filling in, giving them a star rating, and I actually have read the first Darker Shade of Magic of the Shades of Magic series. I am working on getting that review made for you and getting that out. I'm going to go ahead, and a 4-star is green, and I just use coloring pencils. And so I'm going to use this and color in the first one. So this is number, oh, that's shaking. Sorry about that. I'll try to steady that. So go ahead and color in number 1 without shaking the camera too much. And that's how it's gonna look. So, you know, just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I've got my code right there. So you can just really quickly look and see how I've enjoyed everything in the series. Right, so this page, I was feeling a bit patriotic, and I had this really pretty white sparkling paper, and so I wanted to punch that out. I guess I should show you guys my punch, because I have been really loving my punch. I scoured Amazon for this, and this is the best one that I could find. I didn't like a lot of the lettering that the other punches had on Amazon, but I really enjoy this one. As you can see, the font is just this really pretty font, but still very legible. This one is really great. It's really easy to just pop in these stamps, these punches, and then pop them out. And so I usually try to figure out how many letters are in everything that I'm gonna say and punch them all at the same time. Save a little bit of time. And then the way that I stick the letters on, actually, I use this. This is the micro dot glue runner. These are you probably have seen these in a lot of other videos. This is the crafter's tape that a lot of people use when they're doing their book reading journals. I got into card making a little while ago, so a lot of the supplies I use is left over from that. A lot of my ink pads and my stamping sets and my die cut machine and my die cut labels. However, this one is really, really great. As you can see, it's got these little, let me see if I can show you that. It's got these little blue dots on there that work really, really well for when you are applying these really tiny, like these stars. And so that works really great. This works a lot better for these larger pieces that you're gonna wanna put on. This I put on with some little paper glue. I put little tiny dots of glue on each of these dots. What I've got going on up here, this coloring, this dark coloring in the background, those are these Sharpie creative markers. They're a type of a paint pen, and they don't bleed through the paper at all. So you can see how this is the back side of this paper. So they don't bleed through the paper, which is fantastic. I have a set of alcohol markers, and those bleed through the paper something awful. See, I did a test run at the very beginning last year, and you can see how that bled right through the paper. I ended up covering it up. But the alcohol markers are a no-no. Don't use those. They bleed so bad. But these are great. All of these Sharpie art markers, the creative version. Okay, so back to this one. This is my language rating page. I wanted to get this page made because in my reviews, I have been giving it a language rating, but it's kind of been, I don't want to say arbitrary, it's just been an I feel type of a thing. Like, the language was good in this book, I'm going to give it this, or the language was really bad in this book, I'm going to give it this. And so I wanted to come up with a system that was more consistent and had a lot more meaning to improve my reviews for you guys. And so this is going to be my new language rating system, and I'm going to put out a short video on this, so don't feel like you have to like quickly memorize this here and you'll never see it again. And then this is the page where I need your help. I need all of your ideas. I don't know what to do with this page. And so it's a half page. I feel like there's a lot of things that could be done with this page, but I just haven't been able to decide what I want to do. So I would like to hear what your ideas are. What do you think would be a fun or a cool or a useful layout, topic, theme to put here on this page before we really get into the individual books and ratings and the monthly layouts. So drop me all of those in the comments. I am really excited to hear your ideas. And now we get to my monthly spreads. So I have completed this one. This one's actually 2 pages. And there we go. I haven't finished this last one yet. So last year I didn't do monthly spreads because I wanted to do individual book reviews for every book that I read. However, if a spread like this or a spread like this takes me about 2 hours to do, then a spread like, let me pull one up for you, this, with all of the extra writing and the design and the layout, these spreads probably each took me 3 hours to do. So they take a long time and I just couldn't keep up with it. So I read like 50 books last year, something like that. And these are the only ones that made it into the reading journal. So I wanted to do something different this time in the sense that I would still like a place to write information about my book and, you know, just my thoughts, but maybe not in as much detail or design as these. And so I wanted a place where I could at least have a little bit written about every book. I figured that would be better than having nothing for most of everything. The way that this one turned out, I think I would like it a little better. What I want to do is have a February stats page here and then have the double spread for my February books that I read, because I'm wondering if everything would have fit on these 2 pages. Maybe not. That's not a lot of space left. Or like a half a page of stats and then starting it and having the double spread might go a little better than, like, because this feels complete, but then you turn the page and you're like, oh, there's more. I did this page and then I wanted a little bit more information about each of the individual books. So that's where this came in. I am not sure if I like this, the contrast between the light and the dark black. I might make this the same color, kind of like it is here. I might like that a little better. And so I wanted to get the language score, the number of pages, the genre, and if I bought or borrowed it. And yeah, so that gives me just a really nice, easy overview of everything that I read, the star ratings, the language, and some ideas of what I thought of the book, and then my monthly stats. And that is everything that I have for my reading journal flip through today. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and as I make more pages, maybe, you know, in 3 or 4 months, we'll do another reading journal flip through and we can see, you know, February, March, and April. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.